quarter of high tide. 34 degrees. 6:42. It's funny, when I bought this weather system and plugged it in, it had the exact right time and date. And ever since then, it's gotten slower and slower, and there's no way to change it. It's really 6:46, and the sun came up at 6:44. So we have sunrise, and what I love about the sunrise, even though I can't see it, I can look over at the buildings across the water and see the sun reflecting. It looks a lot better in real than it does in this iPhone. Okay, this iPhone doesn't do a good job in low light, so excuse me for the lack of focus here. Hopefully my brain can focus, even though the weather is, as always, rather confusing. This morning is pretty clear. Clear sky, high pressure moving south of us. Wind is from the southwest. It's an old, cold, high pressure system, and for the first time in days, we do not have record cold coast to coast. And as a matter of fact, it's barely freezing here. I can go check the lower thermometer, but I think it's going to be the same as the higher thermometer. Oh, there's some wind. Sorry about the wind sound. Hide behind my pussy willow bush here, where the leaves are hanging on there, huh? The pussy willow leaves will drop eventually. And let's see, what do we want to talk about, T-Rex? I'm going to go check that thermometer. Mount Washington's still very cold, 7 degrees on top. And so even though it's high pressure, it's still a deep cold air mass. And we're just about running out of cold. What's this say? Right at 0 degrees Celsius. So we're at 32 degrees, 0 degrees Celsius. It's freezing outside, officially freezing. The setup for the next several days is complicated, to say the least. That big storm we were talking about coming in off the Pacific Ocean is coming in this morning, kind of an elongated front from British Columbia into Washington, and the only winter weather advisories in the nation now are in Washington state. This low pressure system is going to come into the Rockies and kind of fall into a Texas well. What? There's an unstable ridge ahead of this low pressure system. Let's look at the 850 temperatures. This is at 5,000 feet. And you can see the orange team, the warm air, moving across southwestern Canada. And then that low pressure system takes the cold with it down into Texas and cuts off. So it's a pool of cool aloft in Texas, where it's going to snow on Thursday and Friday. Look at this snow map over the next 5 days. At the same time, it's going to be in the 40s and 50s in the plains of North Dakota, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Guess what that's called? Where'd he go? T-Rex, come here. Rex. It's called a Rex block. We have a Rex block forming in the atmosphere, and it's really playing games with our Friday forecast. So the northern stream and the southern stream are going to be separated. The southern cutoff low is going to take its time down in the Gulf of Mexico, so it looks like a pretty quiet Thanksgiving. The northern stream is going to deliver another front across the northeast, and it may tap a little bit of that southern moisture. I mean, this isn't a done deal, but now we're within 3 or 4 days. So it looks like Friday, all we get is a rain or a snow shower, and then which model to believe? I'm going to stick with the Euro for now. It's going to turn colder on Saturday for nice ski weather. GFS has it pretty warm. It's still not bad ski weather. I mean, the mountains are in terrific shape given what we started with this month. And Jay Peak is opening on Friday, and word from Jay Peak is that even though it didn't snow as many hours as I thought, we did get about 20 inches up front. The first 10 inches settled down for nice base material, and then 10 more inches of fluff on top. So everyone says it's skiing really well. Those are the people that hike up and ski the trails. I don't think anyone's gone into the high glades, although I bet you could go through some of the trees as long as you know what you're doing. Anyhow, nice ski weather. And then it looks like both the GFS and the Euro want to lift that southern cutoff low out of the south and kind of merge it back with the northern stream. So the southern stream and the northern stream separating are likely to re-engage right over New England on Sunday. So now it looks like Sunday we have the chance for precipitation coming in here, and we're out of cold air in Canada. So we got to rebuild the cold in Canada. So it's most likely not going to be too much snow around here. And then talk about uncertainty after that Sunday, Monday thing. Next Wednesday is December. And the GFS would like to pound a new blast of cold across all of Canada and into the Northeast. Well, what should I say? The Euro wants to rebuild the cold in Canada. The GFS is dragging its heels. But then if you like the GFS, you will love what it does at about 364 hours. It goes bonkers with an Arctic front all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Should I show it? All right, why not? There it is. That's out deep into the first week of December. Anyhow, fairly quiet here coming in. It looks like Thanksgiving is going to be kind of chilly. Looks like we're going to have a little front coming through here. So Thanksgiving Day in the 40s, but it looks dry. Busy day today. I get up with the sun because I got to go teach at the Blue Hill Observatory. We've got some kids coming over there for the picture post. So you'll learn about what happened today and out the door tomorrow. And meanwhile, look at all those gulls flying by. I'll leave you with yesterday, having fun down watching the fowl birds at Whitman Pond. Whitman's Pond here in Weymouth, where we had the first little bit of ice on the lake yesterday. No sign of ice skating, although some of the ice rinks are going to be opening up. I'll talk more about that as we go forward. See ya. Well, look at this welcome committee we have for us. I think that means she's happy. Mitt's here. Mitt wants to come out. What are you doing up so early? Steve always wants to go out. All right, let's go to Whitman Pond. Whitman's Pond, Tim. Whitman's Pond. Nope. First tiny skim of ice here on the north side of Whitman's Pond. There's the better side of a swan. What's for breakfast? Oh, you can see a tiny bit of ice right there.